It was like when they had Ocho Cinco back, and it was like their team was a shit show.
Yeah,
but they were actually good.
We put Jets on before when they had Rex Ryan on there.
Yeah, the Jets were good. Yeah,
he was supposed to win the Super Bowl that year.
Detroit, like everyone who's on it, like has a good year.
Yeah,
right.
Apparently, this will
Hopefully
also on there. So I guess no one's watching. Yeah, no one's watching us on Instagram, which doesn't really matter. No one watches this anyways.
Are we live?
We are live.
No, where's the intro? We missed the intro twice now.
You want me to go and hit the button?
No, it's okay. Sorry.
Now that you're 30, you don't get to. You're not the boss. You don't get this.
No.
You got that card.
Yeah.
You got 30 and over, the 30 and over club.
30. What advice you got for a 30-year-old, huh?
We're gonna go through all kinds
We're
of
gonna get
stuff.
some advice, baby.
All right.
The best advice I can give you right now is Tuesday nights, turn off your phone, tune in to Max or whatever HBO is called now, and flip on Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks,
the
baby.
Bears.
The Bears.
I thought it was going to be like a never achievable thing, because obviously the Bears, the prestige and all of this stuff, the secrecy of the organization, how bad they actually have sucked. Virginia,
They don't want that out there?
No, I don't think they want it out there. Like, it's kind of strange, but now all of a sudden we get the first glimpse in, and I thought it was pretty awesome episode. I didn't even know Eberflus played for Nick Saban, so you got Nick
Saban. Know that either.
Nick Saban showing up, talking about what it takes, the high failure rate of young quarterbacks.
Why he thinks that is.
Yep.
Why is it? I mean, spoiler alert, but what is it?
The amount of pressure in social media that the amount of scrutiny, there's no run up or time for development.
No. So it's the coach's job to understand the development that goes into it and try to hide the pressure of it, because it's almost impossible to basically.
The Packers always did it. They did it like you put the guy on the bench, Aaron Rodgers, he learns.
Yeah, but he was on the bench and learned.
Right, that's the way they should do it.
Right.
Well, what was he going to learn from?
The
Tyson Bagent, the second guy.
Did you guys watch the preseason game, the first one at all? Any of it?
The only bit I saw of it was from Hard Knocks last night.
They had the Ripken guy or whatever the quarterback was that threw like 3 touchdowns to Colin Johnson.
Oh yeah, he's
he actually did pretty good, I guess.
He's from like Western Kentucky or something, undrafted.
Yeah. I don't watch that far in preseason games.
I know like
first 2 games. That's it.
I don't know anybody on the Bears. I know Caleb.
Yeah, we got Caleb Williams. DJ Moore in that episode signs the largest contract in Bears history.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
What about Tillman?
Peanut. I think he's an FBI agent now.
Is he really?
Yeah, he might be applying for the director of Secret Service. That opening.
There's an opening. Secret Service.
Yeah,
he's having Peanut
just doing the peanut punch. Now, just.
Yeah.
The football, and they're actually, I believe they refer to the suitcase that has the new codes as the football.
They do.
That could be really dangerous if Peanut Tillman was in charge of the Secret Service.
Right. That'd be like that guy from like the Office linebacker. Terry Tate? Remember when he was just like wrecking people in the commercial?
Oh, All right.
So 30-30.
Yeah. Nick, welcome to the 30 Club.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm here. I feel it.
You're still feeling it, huh?
Still feeling it. Yeah,
we had a little froggy.
Yeah, a little party over the weekend. Lasted 2 days, and here on Wednesday, and I'm still feeling it. So
you only turn 30 once,
Yeah, hey, that's it.
Can't wind back the clock, unfortunately.
No, you got to live it up while it's happening. So
Adam and I, before you got here, were talking about things that you should do before you turn 30.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, Adam, was probably look at life insurance policies, right?
Yeah. Super smart thing to do.
It's about that time, huh?
Yeah. You and I have been talking about it, but man, there's just some really cool stuff you can do with the time value of money and having all that time till you're going to use the money to have it compound tax-free. Now, people really don't understand it, but
I think, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Adam, but maybe some of the misperception on life insurance might be that you get that I always say like the Big John guy that's on like QVC and you call and we'll get you term life insurance for $19 a week for a 10-year term. So you're betting on dying in 10 years, which, might not be a horrible thing for some people.
You're right. I think it's a bad rep because there's lots of companies out there that are literally like pyramid schemes. Like the vitamin people, like when they have the patch and like they get their whole Facebook friends to buy it, like Primerica. I don't even know if I can say names.
Yeah, who cares?
They
I think they're onto us here.
But there are people getting ripped off. and like anyone, like, you know, I like the Dave Ramsey stuff, but he makes these blanket statements that's
Michael
like,
Jackson's kid, Blanket?
yeah, oh, is his name really still Blanket?
I have no
You'd have
idea.
to change.
Continue on with your
Yeah.
history line.
Anyone who makes a blanket statement that says such and such is never good is there. It's not right. Like, what's right is that most people, whole life is not the right move, but for some people, it is the only move. So it's just figuring out where you fit in that category. It's like saying an ARM mortgage is never a good thing. Bullshit.
It makes sense
It
in
is.
particular
For
cases.
some people,
What I guess if you were boiling it down to maybe two quick spots, if we were making a left or a right on whole life, which whole life is also cash value life insurance, or
yes, that's the
Okay.
same thing.
all right. So if you're making a left or a right there, what probably age, I guess, but what
Not
else?
like a life situation. So like you're 30. So if you've got young children, the most we call it the most budget friendly way to take care of that need, which is term. Like, so you need at least 10 times your salary is like a general like rule of thumb in benefit. To do that on a whole life policy is sometimes like not attainable for a lot of people because they don't have an income and they're not saving that much. But young family got a huge need term. It's term, it's temporary until the kids are out of the house. But if you're looking at making the most efficient emergency fund that you possibly can, which is the cornerstone of every good financial situation, is a nice, healthy emergency fund. You guys probably see it. And if someone doesn't have an emergency fund in a real estate deal, it ain't gonna work. You're one furnace like going out away from bankruptcy. Like, you shouldn't be buying a house or whatever. But anyways, yeah, if you're looking to build it, that's it. Like, you're looking at hiding some money from the government, you get some income. That's the way to do it.
Starting young.
Starting young.
It's
You can do it any age, but obviously,
you have the compound effect, one, and then two, you know, the actual cost of the insurance side of things, I'm guessing, is reduced a little bit when you're younger too, right?
yeah.
Because they're betting on the compound effect as well.
Yeah, when you do a whole life product, at least with us, and I think it's true with everywhere, is it locks in the cost of the insurance at the age that you get approved. So not a lot of people have the capability to do that in their 20s, and a lot of them get taken advantage of. Like, I won't say the name, but NWM, like when they get all your college buddies, they're like hounding you, like, buy this whole life,
The
like,
fraternal order of life insurance.
like, and they get a bad taste because like, yeah, throw $400 a month into this thing, you'll love it. Like, bro, I'm trying to go out downtown and have a good time. What do you mean?
400 doesn't
That's their.
400 doesn't even cover a bottle these days.
But anyways, it is good for some people. So tying it back to the 30, like having that conversation and figuring out when you're able to do it, not necessarily that you did do it before you're 30 or when you're 30, but having the plan to be like, all right, once I hit this and I have this much income, I can slide a little bit of this over here and fill that bucket, and just having a good plan around it. That's the advice.
Smart stuff. Yeah.
Have a plan. Don't necessarily do it, but just know.
Have a plan, have the conversation, right? Other things, what have you learned in your few days of being 30? Anything yet? Except the hangovers last a little longer?
Yeah, that's a little longer. I think I'm on day 3 right now, so I'm feeling all right, you know. But yeah, 30, you know, just it's the same thing as 29. Getting older, trying to get wiser.
All right, we're gonna dive into a couple things here on you know, things that maybe us people that are a little north of 30 may have ran into, things we wish we would have known, maybe some things that your buyers or sellers wish they would have known, you know, prior to. Adam, how old were you when you bought your first house?
Oh man, I was 26 maybe.
House, condo,
Condo
all right.
Condo down in Payless. It was great, right behind Zach's Grill.
Ah,
It was a cool, nice little place, man.
location.
We walked right back into there, and it used to be Limestone Grill.
I
My
know
buddy
that.
Zach owns it now. It's a great place.
I know Payless pretty well. Did a lot of bad stuff in that town.
Care to talk about it?
Elsif's probably a little worse. You might have seen me on the Southtown Star once.
I've been in that.
And my whole house.
Hopefully, our viewers don't put that on Facebook.
It's probably suppressed now.
Yeah.
Paid a few bucks, but all right. So we talked about condos last week too. So your first place was a condo.
Yeah.
I'm guessing probably single dude, no kids at the time.
Yeah.
Worked out.
Married,
Location.
actually, first
all right.
marriage.
All right.
Yeah. No kids though.
No
It's
kids.
just like, 2-bedroom, just what we needed. Little garage. Didn't overextend ourselves at all. It was just comfortable. Like,
All right.
If I would have had the means to buy like a duplex and rent out the half and do that cool thing, but I didn't have that.
But you still bought it. Like,
Still
you
bought
realize,
it.
you understood that renting was not going to establish equity. It was not going to, not be in that position. So, care to tell us what you bought it for, what you sold it for?
So I think this is obviously a total guess, but I think we are like around 200 rings a bell, like 210 maybe.
All right.
And then ended up selling it. So that was like 2011 maybe, and then 2018 sold it for like 260 or like nothing crazy, but 50 grand over
50 grand over
7 years.
overspending whatever you could have spent on rent.
Exactly.
It's 50 grand you wouldn't have had back. Like it's
And it's not just the money. Like, okay, so now I'm building credit. They see that I can handle a mortgage and a couple credit cards, and then like you're learning stuff. Like we painted. I'll never paint my house again on the inside. Learn that. Hire a painter.
that's the little things like that. I bought I think I bought my first house probably, I don't know if I was 20, 21. I bought it for like $62,000. And
My house.
yes.
Okay.
Now here's what's wild. So I bought that house for 62. A year late, well, after all my windows got shot out because they thought that I was the next door neighbor. I ended up rehabbing it, selling it for like 145. All right.
Okay.
Here's what's wild. A couple, I don't know, 3 months ago, bought the same house. Well, not the exact same house, but same exact model in the same subdivision for 180. Rehabbed it and sold it for 280.
Holy cow.
But I learned everything in that house, and that's like you talk about learning things that I'll never do. Paint. We tried to paint a wall red in there. Red is with like cheap paint too.
Yeah. You try to go cheap, and then you need like 6 coats.
And that like brings us back to this other thing we've always talked about: the do it right price or the do it twice price.
Yes.
If you're under 30 and like everyone's talking about affordability and looking for that right house. And Nick, I know you've got plenty of customers that are either monthly payment conscious or cash out of pocket. The idea that homes aren't affordable. There is a very, very dangerous proposition of the paying for everything twice or just paying a little bit more to have it resolved right now, right?
Yep.
And I think I can't stress that enough. I mean, cheap paint. I think you could buy like, I don't even know what brand it is, but
Bear.
yeah, like less than Dutch Boy.
Right.
And it's like $19 a gallon, but you got to put 34 coats
You
in it
got
on
to
the
use
wall.
3 times the amount of it. But you say, so that whole concept, which we always come back to it. We always
Must
come
be
back to
important
that
or something.
but just like realizing that going through and taking that risk of maybe buying your first house or like having a financial plan, whatever, it's not necessarily about what you're going to make on that house. It's what you're going to learn during that whole process for the next time. But if you keep waiting on the sidelines to jump in the pool, you're missing out on learning.
We lost Nick here, I think.
Oh, did I touch it?
I don't know if it got touched or what. Maybe we'll
You can scoot in.
we'll
Scoot in.
I don't know. You want to check that camera?
I'm just right here.
Sabrina,
but
you
people
check
didn't know.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Up there, Em.
No, you know what? Yeah, just see if it comes back on. We're just gonna get cozy. It's already hot in here. By the way, are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
We just got quoted. We're getting AC in the Rusty Putter.
Oh, finally.
Oh, nice.
It's done sweating. in
Like
here.
it's on?
I think the camera might be dead.
Oh, perfect.
Camera's dead.
Advice. When you're 30, so you don't realize how important it is to stretch. And I haven't really played soccer since. Just running straight lines now.
We got no idea what we're doing over here.
We got audio.
Can the people hear us, or are we just talking to ourselves?
We're probably just talking to ourselves. I don't know. We'll
Is Abby chiming in? Can she let us know what's going on, Abby?
I gotta figure out how